You checked your bank account this morning, did you not? Go on, admit it. And there was that familiar sinking feeling. The one where you do the math in your head, try to figure out where it all went, and come up empty. You have a job. You have income coming in. You are not blowing money on yachts or five-star hotels. And yet, somehow, some way, you are still sitting here wondering why you are always broke. Here is the thing nobody is telling you. It is not your fault in the way you think it is. The system you are living inside was not designed to make you wealthy. It was designed to make you spend. And until you understand exactly how it works against you, you will keep losing the same fight every single month. So today we are going to break it all down. Every hidden reason your money disappears, and the exact steps you can take to finally keep more of what you earn. Let us start with the most uncomfortable truth of all. Your income is probably not the problem. That statement alone is going to frustrate some people because it feels like if you just earned a little more, everything would fall into place. But study after study and the real-life experience of millions of people tells a very different story. There are people earning $40,000 a year who manage to save every single month without fail. And there are people earning $150,000 a year who have less than $1,000 in their savings account. Income alone does not determine your financial outcome. What determines your outcome is the gap between what comes in and what goes out, and whether that gap is working for you or against you. The reason this matters so much is because of something called lifestyle inflation. Every time your income goes up, your spending tends to go up right along with it. You get a raise and suddenly the apartment you were perfectly happy in feels a little too small. You get a promotion and the car you were driving starts to feel a little too old. You land a new job with a better salary, and you tell yourself you have earned the right to treat yourself a little. And you have. That part is true. But what happens in practice is that every single upgrade in your lifestyle comes with ongoing costs that quietly chip away at that extra income until it has completely disappeared. The raise did not make you wealthier. It just moved the ceiling on what you spend. This is lifestyle inflation, and it is one of the most powerful and least talked about forces working against everyday people trying to get ahead. Now let us talk about something even more invisible and arguably even more damaging. It is called the social spending trap, and almost nobody escapes it completely. Human beings are social creatures. We are wired to compare ourselves to the people around us, and we are wired to want to belong. That instinct is ancient and deeply rooted, and the modern economy has learned to exploit it with extraordinary precision. When your coworkers go out for lunch every day, not going feels awkward. When your friends are all booking holidays and posting about them, sitting at home feels like falling behind. When your neighbor upgrades their car, yours suddenly looks older than it did last week. None of this is accidental. Advertising, social media, and the entire consumer economy are built on manufacturing a sense of lack. They want you to feel like you are behind, because people who feel behind spend money trying to catch up. This connects directly to another force that most people never see coming, and it is called the subscription creep. Think about every recurring charge that hits your account every single month. Your streaming services, and by now you probably have more than one. Your gym membership, whether you go or not. Your cloud storage. Your food delivery app subscription. Your music platform. Your phone plan. Your software tools. Each of these things, in isolation, seems completely reasonable. $8 here, $12 there, $15 for something else. But when you add them all together, a lot of people discover they are spending anywhere between $200 and $500 every single month on subscriptions alone. And the insidious thing about subscriptions is that they are designed to be invisible. They hit your account quietly, often on different dates, so you never see the full picture at once. Companies know that a monthly charge feels smaller than an annual one, even when the total is exactly the same. There is also the psychological dimension of money that most financial advice completely ignores. Spending is emotional. Saving is rational. And in the short term, emotion almost always wins. When you are stressed, spending provides temporary relief. When you are bored, buying something new delivers a brief hit of excitement. When you are sad, a small purchase feels like a reward, a way to be kind to yourself. Retail therapy is not just a phrase. It is a real psychological phenomenon. The problem is that the relief it provides lasts for an incredibly short time, and then the financial stress that results from overspending creates more of the emotional pressure that made you want to spend in the first place. It becomes a loop. Stress leads to spending, spending leads to financial pressure leads to more stress, and the cycle continues. Understanding this loop is not about blaming yourself. It is about recognizing the pattern so you can interrupt it. Now, here is something that will genuinely surprise a lot of people. One of the biggest reasons you feel broke, even on a decent income, is something called payment friction, or rather the lack of it. Decades ago, spending money required effort. You had to go to the bank, withdraw cash, physically hand it over, and watch it leave your hands. That physical act created a psychological speed bump. You felt the money leaving. Today, you can spend thousands of dollars without ever touching anything tangible. One click on your phone, a tap of a card, a saved payment method on a website. The easier it is to spend, the more you spend. This is not a theory. It is documented behavior that every major retailer and platform on the planet is actively designing around. They are removing friction on purpose because friction slows spending, and they do not want spending to slow down. So what do you actually do about all of this? Because we are not here just to talk about problems. We are here to build wealth, and that means solutions. The first and most powerful thing you can do is build what is called a zero-based budget. This does not mean you spend nothing. It means every single dollar you earn gets assigned a job before the month begins. You decide in advance how much goes to rent, how much goes to food, how much goes to savings, how much goes to entertainment. Every dollar has a destination. When the money runs out in a category, it is gone for that month. Zero-based budgeting eliminates the vague feeling of having money available and replaces it with complete clarity. People who use it consistently report that they find hundreds of dollars every single month that they were previously losing to vague, untracked spending. The second thing you need to do is automate your savings before you ever see the money. The single biggest mistake people make with saving is deciding to save whatever is left at the end of the month. There is almost never anything left at the end of the month because spending naturally expands to fill whatever is available. Instead, set up an automatic transfer that moves a fixed amount into your savings account on the same day your paycheck arrives. Even if it is $50, even if it is $25, the amount matters far less than the habit. You are training your lifestyle to exist on what remains after saving, rather than saving what remains after spending. That one shift in sequence changes everything. Third, do a full subscription audit right now, not next week, right now. Go through your last 2 months of bank statements and highlight every recurring charge. Write them all down in one place and look at the total. Then ask yourself honestly which ones you would notice if they disappeared tomorrow. The ones you would not notice are the ones that go. Most people who do this exercise cancel enough subscriptions to free up $100 to $200 per month without any meaningful reduction in their quality of life. Fourth, create intentional friction around your spending. Delete saved payment information from websites you shop on impulsively. Remove shopping apps from your phone's home screen. Introduce a 24-hour rule for any non-essential purchase over a certain amount. Give the emotional impulse time to pass before the money leaves your account. You do not have to eliminate spending. You just have to slow it down enough for your rational mind to catch up with your emotional one. And fifth, stop measuring your financial health against the people around you. The neighbor with a new car might be financing it at a rate that is quietly destroying their net worth. The friend on the holiday might have put it on a credit card they are going to be paying off for 2 years. You do not know other people's financial reality. You only see what they choose to show. The only comparison that matters is where you are today versus where you were 6 months ago. Are you saving more? Are you spending with more intention? Are you building something, however slowly? That is the only scoreboard worth keeping. Here's the bottom line. You are not broke because you are bad with money. You are broke because you were never taught how money actually works, and you are living in an environment that is specifically designed to separate you from it as efficiently as possible. But now you know. You know about lifestyle inflation and how it silently consumes every raise you get. You know about social pressure and how it manufactures spending you never actually wanted to do. You know about subscription creep, emotional spending, and the deliberate removal of payment friction. And you know the 5 concrete steps that can start turning the tide this month. Not someday, this month. Wealth is not a personality trait. It is not something you are born with or lucky enough to stumble into. It is a set of behaviors practiced consistently over time by people who decided to stop playing by the default rules and start writing their own. That is what Steps to Wealth is all about. If this video helped you see something you did not see before, hit subscribe, because we put out content like this every week and the next one might be the one that changes everything for you. I will see you there.